Dominican and DARA is
Cambodian.
So together, we are an interracial couple.
We call it Dominican.
Dominibodian.
Cambodican.
I'm sure a lot of people haven't heard what Dominicans are, because only a few, I wouldn't say a few, but I've met some people that don't know what a Dominican is. And I think it's mostly because Dominicans, well, of course, from the Dominican Republic island, Dominicans from the Dominican Republic, they move and they live in certain areas. So if you're from, let's say, for example, Massachusetts, I'm sure you'll know what a Dominican is, or what people from the Dominican Republic look like, for example. I'm not sure if I look like your typical Dominican. I'm sure I do. Yeah.
So where I'm from, Cambodia, we have a rich history behind us. We are the people who built Angkor Wat. And
Angkor Wat is beautiful, by the way. If you Google it, it looks really nice.
Yep, and a lot of people wondering, like, oh, how long it's been around? It's been around like for a couple 100 years old, and it's old. It's old. And maybe I'm wrong, 1,000. I haven't. It has been a long time since the last time I read the history, and I learned that very young in Cambodia, and we have a big community in Lowell, and I like that. Not a lot of people like each other, but we gotta rebuild that relationship, and hopefully younger and younger people could get together and talk about the problems that we have instead of just ignoring what we see out there. So,
do you mean like people that are Cambodian but are born here?
And people, Cambodia in general, I always hear a lot about jealousy, hear a lot about how they compare each other with someone else's kids, their kids and someone else's kids. It's a long time. We're going to talk about this later on. But I would want like people out there to hear about our interracial relationship, because a lot of people, when they hear Spanish and the Dominican
Spanish
and Cambodian,
and Asian, or Dominican and Cambodian.
It's rare for now, but I hear a lot of couples out there start seeing more and more interracial relationships. And don't be afraid, because I know a lot of Cambodian parents, and this is like true. A lot of Cambodian parents, just like most Asian parents, not just Cambodian, they would prefer their kids to get married or to date their own people. But I think that because it's like a stigma, thinking that we assume that the race is this and that. But once we actually get to know each other, there's not a lot of differences. I feel like we have a lot of things and similarities in terms of the struggles in America, the struggles back home. We just think that we're not gonna get along and stuff, but we've been dating almost 3 years, and we share a lot about our cultures, and we learn a lot about each other. And just like every other relationship, you just have to adapt and make sure, if you really love that person, no matter what that person culture, background, ethnicity, it's just as long as you trust, love, and care about that person, it always works. So just know that, and bring back to a relationship. If people say, oh, I have a perfect relationship, we never fight, I don't think that's a relationship at all, because when we first starting each other, baby, we had a couple of arguments. Yeah, a little.
I was really shy, and there I had a lot of friends, and I was, worried that I would look like I'm not friendly enough, because I was really shy and scared to kind of communicate. So I would try to avoid meeting his friends or talking to DARA when he was around a lot of people.
Yep.
Like in the beginning, before we started dating, we were kind of getting to know each other.
Yep.
And but to bring it back to the whole parent thing, his parents were really nice to me.
And so is her parents. Yep.
So that wasn't the case for us, having, troubles you know, dating each other because we're from different backgrounds. But I know other people have experienced those, you know, kind of problems, but
Yep.
it wasn't the case for us necessarily.
Yep.
Well, not with our parents, but yeah.
Like I mentioned about relationship, we are not gurus at relationship because no one is. If you're saying that, oh, I need to ask someone for like relationship advice, don't do that. We just giving advice. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't, because there are so many different personalities out there. So you cannot really stick with one person to listen to that person say, hey, he gives the best relationship advice, because people are different. And for us, no matter what, we fight, we argue back then, and we still have small arguments.
Arguments.
It's what makes it a stronger relationship, because when you fight, you understand each other, you learn from each other more and more, and you communicate. You communicate, and communication and trust is everything in a relationship, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot stress that enough. Even though we have been dating almost 3 years, it hasn't been a long time to some people, but to others people, that it has been a long time, you know, almost 3 years. So it's all about what we call, like Will Smith and his wife mentioned, the relationship. It's about Orion died together, even though you have a small argument. And if you really love the person, if you walk away, that's the end of the relationship.
Yeah.
Because people give up too easily, and they think that they always gonna find, even though they know that the person they really love is the one, but they still want to try to find a different like options to make sure that, you know, I think that being in a good relationship takes a lot. So if you have no patience, you have no trust, and you don't care about the person, it's not gonna work. So we not relationship gurus, like I mentioned, but try to be, you know, learn more from different couples and different listen to other people, and then you make it your own. You know, it's like we Mr. Miyagi, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Karate Kid. Yeah.